So, for today we have a video with the best editions of Jules Verne. He was a science fiction writer from France from the 19th century. A very imaginative person. He had a lot of interesting ideas, and in his books he somehow managed to get things right that would happen later on, like the invention of the submarine, and some people say that he was one of the first authors to predict the journeys to the moon and to space, and many other concepts that have to do with science and how science would evolve, how it would change humanity. So it has historical value. It's one of these classics that has to be properly read, and the books need to be well selected, because he wrote a lot of books and a couple of them appeared after his death. So, for example, Paris in the 20th century appeared mysteriously in some secret chest decades after his death. So I don't know about you, but I think it's a bit suspicious. I'm not saying that it's a fake book, but perhaps it's not top quality, and perhaps it wasn't even his. We don't have a real way of knowing. So, be it as it may, I think that the best editions of Sherlock Holmes, the best editions of Jules Verne would have to include 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, with Captain Nemo and submarine, the Nautilus, and all that stuff. Also, it would be nice Around the Moon and From the Earth to the Moon. Those would be the two books that happen in space and that have to do with astronauts and all that stuff. 5 Weeks in a Balloon is also quite interesting. It's typical adventure stuff, and somehow it's interesting to read classic adventures. It's somehow different from the things we have nowadays. And also Michael Strogoff. That would be another book that, although not as famous as the other ones, would also have to be included in this list. And the final one, some people say his best work, is A Journey to the Center of the Earth. It has a very good plot, and it paved the way for many other adventures that would happen that have more or less the same plot and the same main points. So I found a list with these books in some blog that I consider these editions to be, well, mostly everyone considers the official editions to be the main ones, because there are other editions out there, editions for children with drawings, with paintings, editions where they have censored some words, some moments in the plot. But if you like everything without censorship, I would say that the official editions of Jules Verne are the best ones. It's clear that if you're looking for the real deal, the best thing to do is to go safe and to play it safe and to just read the official editions. They are from different publishing houses, so it's not possible, as in most books, in most authors, it's not possible to find the best editions only from one publishing house, only from one company. So what they usually do is they collaborate, or they are somehow elegant enough to present one edition, and hey, I have the best edition of From Earth to the Moon, and you try to do the best edition about some other book. Like, it's very difficult to find an official edition from, like, all the books from Jules Verne in the same publishing house. So this would be a good selection of publishing houses. I like all these official editions, and probably there are more editions out there, but these ones have a nice price. They are quite modern, they are complete. And yeah, the artwork, as you can see, is quite different from one edition to another, but anyway, the quality is quite high. So I leave you this list there, and I thank the guy or the girl from that blog for making my my video quite easy. I just agree with this selection of books. Perhaps I would take away Michael Strogoff because it's like the least known book by Jules Verne, and I would include maybe a couple other works. But overall, I would say that the list is quite good. And if you're looking for Jules Verne's books, this would be a good place to start.